Howdy, great writers. How'd you do yesterday putting your mind map together for your paragraph to do with hurricanes? I hope you did well. I hope you're kind of understanding what a paragraph is, how it's a main topic, its facts and details, and it's that conclusion. Remember that by late November, early December, you'll write us a paragraph all on your own. Your writing will be organized. You'll understand those transition words. You'll use the proper capitalization and punctuation rules when you write. Remember that there's three reasons that authors write: to persuade, to inform, and to entertain. You are primarily working in the informing right now. The persuade and the inform are sometimes factual. The entertaining is your fiction, and it is stories. All right? So there's a big difference between every style of writing. And then have you decided what kind of writer you are? Because these last 2 days you've had to do about 35 or 40 minutes of writing. Are you the whiner that sits on the ground and cries and begs not to write? And, oh, this is awful and the world is going to end today. Are you that person that still needs a lot of help and you're like, am I doing it right? Is this right? Are you sure I'm right? Are you that person that has been listening to me and you're just trying it and doing your best job you can? Or are you that person that's really excited about it and you're doing a spectacular job writing those really good facts? And on Friday, you're going to be able to show me that you wrote a really good paragraph. All right. So you've got to decide. And it's real important that you try to stay out of these two areas and you move towards these two areas as writers. All right. Remember the parts of an informational or informative paragraph. Topic sentence gives you your main idea. It's the hardest piece to start writing because you can't put any real facts in it and you have to introduce your reader to what you're talking about. You've got the juice and the meat and all the yummy things in the middle, which are your facts and details. And then you have that conclusion, which wraps it up and make sure you tell your reader that you're pretty much stopped during this paragraph. All right. Now, yesterday, what you did is you had one, two, three paragraphs to read about hurricanes. You needed to pull 3 facts and details out and put them in your own words because I gave you your topic sentence and I gave you your conclusion. And remember that when we're writing a paragraph, we indent. So see how this is the beginning of one paragraph, beginning of another paragraph, beginning of another paragraph. And I gave you the topic and I gave you the conclusion, and then you were drawing the mind map. You were drawing out the circles, one big one for your topic sentence, 3 smaller ones to write your facts in, and then a bottom one for a conclusion. All right. Now, yesterday, what I did, this was extra, okay, which I didn't give you because I don't want to overwhelm you right now. But the more sources that you draw from, see, we had this in the book. And then if you had this, you would have even known more facts about hurricanes. And then what you do is you put it all in your own words. You can take notes, you can highlight things, or you can write them down, but you need to put things in your own words when you write. Okay, now, this is the one that I gave you yesterday. Hurricanes are massive and deadly superstorms. To sum it up, hurricanes are tremendously powerful storms. Then all you had to do was draw this, which you're going to have to do it today. Draw this mind map. Make your circles big enough that you can put in your topic sentence. And then what you can do is you can say, okay, this is my first thing. This is my second thing. This is my third thing. And the biggest mistake writers do is they put like 5 facts right there. They put like 3 here. They put like 2 here. It's like, whoa, dudes, no. Each one of these is an individual fact. Now, it may have 2 sentences here, because you want to give more details to your sentence, your fact, but it is not 5 facts right there, 2 here and 3 more here. It's 1, 2, 3 with lots of good details in it so that it makes a really good teaching paragraph. All right. Now, what I did was I created a paragraph yesterday and I wrote it off of what you read. So the very first thing I figured out is that hurricanes can happen at different times than tornadoes and different times than thunderstorms. They primarily happen in late summer and early fall. If you had read that, you would have read that in some of your information. So right here, I've already got the first, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start typing without a capital. So hurricanes form over warm oceans in late summer and early fall. All right, that was my first fact that I wrote. If you notice, if I was writing this, if I was handwriting this, I would have included maybe the transition word first, comma, and notice how that word is not capitalized, because just because you put a comma, you don't start with a capital on the next letter. All right. Now, my next thing that I learned about hurricanes that I want to teach somebody is next, they have wind speeds between 74 and 200 miles per hour. Okay. Now, yours may look a little different. You could have done something different here, something different here, something different there. But the main thing is that you teach somebody and you keep them organized. So see, I have them forming. I have their wind speeds. And now I'm going to talk about the damage that they do. Okay. And I learned that finally hurricanes kill more people than all of the other superstorms. Okay? They can have hundreds of people die in them because of the extreme winds and the extreme amount of damage that it does to buildings. And then the flooding is incredible. Remember yesterday, I told you that when I was 11 years old, I lived through a tornado that destroyed our home. Well, in 1980, I lived in South Texas and I went through a major level 4 hurricane, Hurricane Allen. And in 2 days, we had 21 inches of rain and the wind speeds were about 120 to 135 miles an hour. And it did a lot of damage to our small town in South Texas. So I have done a major tornado and I have lived through a major hurricane too. So they're pretty scary storms. And the one that hit our town happened in early August. So see, it's late summer or early fall, which would be July, August, September, October, right in there. Okay, maybe not even October. They have very high wind speeds. So if you notice, mine wasn't towards the top. And then killing people, we didn't have any people killed in our small town, but the town next to us had like 6 or 7 people killed. And altogether, I think hundreds of people died in Hurricane Allen. And then to sum it up, so now this is what it looks like when you write your paragraph. You always have a title. It always sits on the top line in the center. I'm indented on my first word of my first line, so I pushed it in. And I say hurricanes are massive and deadly superstorms. First, comma, hurricanes form over warm oceans in late summer to early fall. Next, they have damaging wind speeds between 74 and 200 miles per hour. Finally, hurricanes kill more people than all of the other weather events. To sum it up, hurricanes are tremendous storms. Do you notice how I go between the margins? My letters aren't floating around. They're on the line. Now I'm a little bit up just simply because this is how it types on this program. I'm between the margins, margin and margin. This one is not as clear as this one. This line pushes in my paragraph, and then these lines all line up against the margin. All right, now, today you're doing blizzards. So if I go and I show you blizzards, which I don't think, yeah, I do have it right here. Okay, so your topic sentence, first you're going to draw your mind map. Big circle at the top, 3 in the middle. If you want to put your transition words in first, next, and finally, sometimes that helps you. Then you're going to reread page 279 in your big reading book. Then you're going to write 3 facts and details about blizzards on your own. 1 fact sentence goes in each of the circles, remember? And you do not copy facts word for word from the story. You put it in your own words somehow. And then you use this conclusion in your bottom sentence. Clearly, blizzards are deadly weather events. All right? And what you're learning this week is to read some facts, draw the facts out, and then I'm giving you the topic sentence and the conclusion this week. All right? So I hope you have a good time writing on blizzards. And then tomorrow, you're going to pick either the tornado, the hurricane, or the blizzard story, and you're going to rewrite it on a test. You're going to type it on a test. So hopefully you've done each one and you're not using mine. Because if I see mine rewritten word for word, I would give you a 0. All right? Because you should have on Monday you wrote tornadoes. Tuesday you wrote hurricanes. We had no school on Wednesday. Today you're writing blizzards. And then tomorrow on the test, you're going to be typing one of those in for me so that I can see if you put it all together. All right? So have a wonderful time writing, and I will not talk to you tomorrow because I don't have a lesson for tomorrow. So I hope you've enjoyed learning the basics of a paragraph, and you're starting to see how they work now. Have a great day, sweeties.